Spillway, Chimps. Probably my favourite advanced map. It just looks really good. So start with a ninja in the middle, put him on strong. That is super important. If you don't, you will lose the first round. Put him on strong and leave him there the entire game. We're not going to change him at all the whole round. So the whole run, I should say. So don't worry about it at all. As soon as you can, get ninja discipline. And now you're a lot safer. The first about 40 or so rounds are probably the hardest, honestly, because it's essentially just this one ninja doing most of the work. And so it can be a little bit daunting, but it's not a problem at all because we are going to be using Geraldo. So get Seeking Shokin when you can, obviously. And then Sharp Shurikens on round 10 as soon as it's available. And now we're pretty set, we can just chill until we can afford Geraldo, because the ninja is a super underrated tower, as it turns out. He's really good. I know a lot of people use the middle path. I don't use middle path enough, honestly. Like, it's very good for the slowdown, although like I never use it for some reason. I just forget it exists, honestly. But yeah, we're not going to need the middle path in this run. As soon as you can, get Geraldo and put him about in the middle of the top right track. The placement doesn't need to be perfect, just don't put him too far to the right, that's all. When you can, get a Druid and place him on the top side of the bottom left track. He's going to be our lead popper in the early game because the only weakness really of the Ninja Monkey is leads before you get Flash Bomb. So get Thorn Swarm and Hard Thorns on your Ninja, on your Druid I mean. And yeah, you can keep him on first. It doesn't actually matter because we're just using him for the Thorn pile, which in version 37 is automatically on strong. So during round 21, turn off auto start. You don't actually have to do this, but I'm going to do it every time in the run. And give your ninja pickles, and then you can turn auto start back on. So every time I need to, give the ninja pickles or a sharpening stone or whatever, I just turn off auto start and make it easier for myself so I don't have to, fiddle with it or worry too much about being overrun by pinks and stuff. If you're not, very familiar with Geraldo, I definitely recommend doing this. Just turn off auto start. It's like 5 seconds of your life each round. It's nothing. It's certainly worth it to not lose a Chimps run. Make sure you get Draw to the Jungle before round 28 because that's when the leads come out, so we will need that for the leads. And make sure you get Caltrops, not because it's a good upgrade, it's useless, because we need to get Flash Bomb. So during round 30, turn off auto start again, and give your ninja pickles again at the end of round 30. Now you can put auto start back on. Each one of these, pickles, sharpening stones, whatever, get your ninja flash bomb during 31. Each one of these ninja pickles and sharpening stone and all the stuff that we use, we have to use it for the run because if we don't, we will lose the next round. So it's pretty much perfectly crafted to ensure that you don't lose on the next round, even when taking into account flash bomb RNG, which if you do things a bit wrong can make you lose some rounds. So definitely follow all the Geraldo micro that I do in this guide and you'll be completely fine. So during round 36, turn off auto start. You should be completely fine now. You should have a flash bomb ninja in the middle and nothing else on either of the two other towers. At the end of round 36, give your ninja pickles and a sharpening stone. And you can glue the track. You don't actually have to do it here, but you will have to do it for 38, 39. But yeah, just glue the track, make it easy for yourself. So the glue lasts into round 38, which is what we want. You can normally beat 38 without the glue. Get sticky bomb at the end of 38, and now place the glue before the start of 39, in that same spot on the right exit. That's the only place I'm going to put glue on this map. The great thing about the middle part is all the balloons that get in there touch the glue, so you can just put it in one spot and not have to worry about some balloons missing it. At the end of round 39, put glue in the same spot again. You should have no glues left. You don't actually need the glue here again, but I'll just get it to make sure, because it gets somewhat close. So after round 40, put a ace right where I put it, and get bottom path. Do not get top path yet. Do not. We're getting 003 first, and then 203, and you'll see why pretty shortly here. So at the end of 41, you should be able to get never miss. And so at the start of round 42, put camo on your ace. That's really important because 42 is camo regrow. And now you can get 203 on the ace. Never miss first, guys. Remember that. Never miss first. Then camo, then top path. Once that's done, get an alchemist, put it below your ace and get 320 on it. And then just leave him there. He's just going to make our ace a little bit better for now, until we get the rest of the setup going. This is just going to allow us to earn some money and chill. So when you can, remove the right plug there. I don't know what's called, dam wall, I guess, I don't know. And buy a boat. And make sure it can see as evenly into the middle part as possible. So you want the red light side blockers to be as close to the sides as you can. The middle to be as open as possible. Get 220 on the boat and then just leave it as is, because we're saving up for a destroyer and then an aircraft carrier. So get the destroyer when you can. I got it a bit late, but you can see it doesn't actually matter. Just get it before 50 so you can deal with the Moabs. Well, really the stuff that comes out of the Moabs. So during 51, turn off auto start. And put a sharpening stone on your ace, then you can press play. And then during 52, you should be able to get the aircraft carrier. At the end of 52, put a camo on your ace, and now you can turn on auto start again. So when you can, buy a village, put it above the ace. If you place your stuff like I did, then Geraldo will be in range of the village without even having to buy a big radius, but it doesn't matter if he isn't, because you're going to get jungle drums first on the village, and then get radar scanner. And now by 56, we're just chilling, sitting pretty. There's not too much to do now, we can just kind of relax. Get stronger stim, just to make your ace and your boat even better. So we get a druid here. He's going to be our spirit of the forest, which is kind of one of the big, center points of this run. He's kind of the big, head honcho. He's the main reason we can win the run. So, yeah, get a 130 on your druid. During 62, turn off auto start. Very important. Everybody knows 63, hellaciously bad round. So we want to prepare before 63 happens. So at the end of 62, before you get Jungle's Bounty, put a sharpening stone on your boat and your ace, and pickles on both of them as well, and then glue the right side of the track, and you should have enough money left over afterwards to get Jungle's Bounty. But if you don't, that's okay, you'll have enough right after you start 63. So just get Jungle's Bounty either before it starts or right after it starts. And yeah, so with, the double stone on both the boat and the ace, and the pickles as well, you'll destroy 63, like shred it. The glue isn't even necessary, I'll just put it there for, ease. Just to make sure that, RNG doesn't happen, because the only RNG that really occurs with this is early on the flash bomb. The flash bomb's a big one, that's why, if you remember before round 40 we had the glue there. You don't actually need it. You can beat those rounds without the glue, but the reason I put it there is just so that everybody that watches the guide will beat it, no matter what their RNG is. If it's terrible, doesn't matter. If it's great, still doesn't matter. So yeah, now we're just chilling, saving up for Spirit of the Forest. And the fantastic thing about this is we're going to get Spirit of the Forest right before the ZOMG on 80, so it makes that a real breeze, which is nice. I mean, this setup is just really chill, like really, really good for this map. I know some people have trouble with it mainly because the water is a bit of a death trap, really. It's not actually that good until you get an aircraft carrier or a carrier flagship, i.e., towers that have global range, which is why we're using the ace, right? We started off with, obviously, the bomber in the middle, but once we beat the Moab, we used the ace because it has global range, and never miss with an alchemist is just amazing. See, I was just reading Geraldo's descriptions here just to make sure that I knew when I was timing the sharpening stone. Main thing is you don't want to waste your sharpening stones before 15, because at level 15 they give you more damage, which is exactly what we want. So yeah, we're just chilling. We got nothing to do till round 77. So we've got 16 grand, and we're going to make over 20 grand, over 21,000 in the next 7 rounds. Before round 80, we're going to be able to afford Spirit of the Forest, which is $37,800. So you get a lot of money in the final rounds before. Well, really, round 77 to 83, you get an absolute boatload of cash. So yeah, if you're feeling scared at any point during this, you can just put a glue down where I put it. You won't need it at all, or you shouldn't, unless you have like horrendously bad RNG with not just the bomber, but like the never miss, I guess missing, even though it's not supposed to not miss, and the boat's planes. If you have horrendous RNG, you can just micro with geraldo. If you feel unsafe, just put a glue down. We don't need a glue at the moment. So yeah, feel free to use the glue if you're feeling unsafe. But look, it doesn't even really get close. During round 76, turn off auto start. Give your boat a stone. Give your ace a stone, and give them both pickles as well. Before round 77, and now you can just put auto start back on. 77 you actually will lose to if you don't put the sharpening stones and the pickles on those towers, so make sure you do it. Again, all the micros that we do are necessary. It's I tried this out in Challenge Editor to make sure that all the stuff that I do is actually necessary. 78, usually a bit of a tough round, but you'll see it's really not bad here. Again, if you feel unsafe with the rush, you can use the glue. But yeah, now that we have radar scanner on the village, the camo rush of 78 will just get destroyed, so you have nothing to worry about. Look at that, easy money. So 79, this is a long round. It's not difficult at all, it's just long. It gives you a lot of money, which is nice because it's what lets us afford Spirit of the Forest right at the end of it. So yeah, make sure you want to turn auto start off here, or just get Spirit of the Forest when you can. So I didn't have to turn it off, I just bought it. I was ready. And yeah, now we're like super set because we have a Spirit of the Forest in range of a radar scanner, which means we can hit DDTs. So yeah, the ZOMG stood no chance, like at all, like remotely. And now, put a spike factory anywhere in range of the village. It doesn't actually matter where. We don't actually need it for the spikes themselves right now. But yeah, just leave it there. You don't want to upgrade it quite yet. Just buy it and then leave it. So if you haven't figured out what the strat is here, we're going to be going for a must bomber in the middle, and that with the Spirit of the Forest is pretty much just going to destroy the last 10 rounds. We will need Geraldo a little bit in those final 10 rounds, but not too much. You can give your Spirit of the Forest pickles. Just make sure, this is really important, that you're watching Geraldo's level. You want, after round 80, about 85, you want your ace and your boat to have permanent sharpening stone. So permanent. At round 20, Geraldo restocks. You can see I've already got 2 out of 3 on the sharpening stones here. He's not level 20 yet. He will be at round 91, I believe. So make sure that the entire way after like 80, your boat and your ace have the sharpening stones. So you can see they just ran out for me. And I don't know if I realised here, but I realised pretty quickly. So it's okay. Again, that's not actually necessary. You can beat this map without that, but I would recommend using it because RNG. I've died to some weird RNG on this map without the sharpening stones, so just use them. Make sure they're permanently, again, on the ace and the boat. I'm going to keep repeating it so you don't mess it up. So yeah, now we're kind of just chilling, waiting to be able to afford Master Bomber. You can put pickles on whatever you want, really. The only towers that should be getting pickles are the boat, the ace, and the spirit. Those are the only 3. Round 90 you get DDTs. I know it looks scary, but it really isn't. Because the Master Bomber, well not Master Bomber yet, the Sticky Bomb can hit them, and so can the Spirit of the Forest. Because he's in radius of the Camo Village. So 92 you want to turn off auto start. And make sure that you put a glue on the right side. Again, not necessary, but I would recommend it because RNG sometimes happens with one of the DDTs. And make sure that before 93 you give your boat and your ace pickles. They should still have the sharpening stone. At the end of 93 you can get Master Bomber. And yeah, from then on out it's just smooth sailing, really. Nothing can really beat you at this point. So yeah, you can just chill. And upgrade your Spactory to a 240, so 230, and then after 95 it should be a 240. Again, we don't actually need this for the spikes themselves. You can probably even beat round 100 without it. So yeah, as you saw, 95 looks scary because DDTs are fast, but the Master Bomber does his job really well, so you don't need to worry too much about it. And the Spirit's always doing global damage to them anyway, so don't worry. You'll be completely fine. You can get Spike Storm whenever you want. You don't need to use it during round 96 or round 97. During 97, give your Spirit pickles again. and re-up the sharpening stone on both your ace and your boat. Very important. Ace and boat sharpening stone at all times. 98 looks a bit scary. If that's the case, you can put down a genie just to make it go faster. You will actually beat it without the genie. Same for 99. And big round 100, not difficult at all. Spike Storm, Rejuve, Spike Storm, Rejuve, and put a genie down for good measure. You don't actually, I don't think you need any of these, to be completely honest. I think you can beat round 100 without any of that Geraldo stuff at the end. But you have so much money left, you may as well. And there it is. There's your black border on Spillway. One of my favourite towers cooking. So yeah, hope you enjoyed.